Hi everybody, Mrs. Waddle and I have been talking and we thought it would be very important to go through again how to do the picture part of your word sums. Okay, so I'm not going to give you answers for this week's word sums, I'm just going to show you what the pictures should look like. So Monday's one says, at our school fun day, Troy, hello Troy, made 236 bags of popcorn. He sold 189 bags. How many were left? So if you think about our part, whole method, two parts and the whole thing. For this one, Troy made 236 bags of popcorn. So that's how many he made in total. So that would be the whole thing. So in the whole block, we have 236. Then he sold 189. So that would be the one part. And then you need to figure out the other part. There's your picture, okay? You need to figure out that part. So when we look at this, when you know the whole and you know one part, most of the time, that's a minus sum. Okay, there's a clue. A ship with 451 passengers, so those are the people on board, okay, the guests, and 149 crewmen, so the staff, the people that are working, sank in stormy seas. Fortunately, everyone was rescued. How many people were saved? So if someone's rescued, it means that they were saved, right? So all the people, so there were passengers and crewmen. So that's some of the people, that's another bit of the people. So we want to know how many altogether. So this time we don't know the whole. We know that there were 451 passengers and 149 crewmen, and we want to know how many people altogether were saved. All right. Wednesday's one, Giovanni. Hi, Giovanni. Giovanni's hen lays 3 eggs every day. How many eggs will he have after 9 days? So this is one where you can still do a part, whole, but you have more than 2 parts. In this case, it's going to look something like this. The whole is always one circle. So the hen lays 3 eggs every day, and there are 9 days. That's why I've got 9 of these legs sticking out. And every day the hen lays 3. So we need to put a 3 representing each day. And we need to figure out, there we go, how many altogether. So you can say 3, 6, to figure out how many eggs he'll have after 9 days. Thursday, 45 citrus trees have to be planted into 5 rows. How many trees will there be in each row? Okay, so now, let me just rub this part out. There we go. So, once again, we need to look at the picture. So 45 citrus trees have to be planted into 5 rows. So that's the total number of trees. So the whole is 45. And they need to be planted into 5 rows. So how many legs must I have out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? There's the 5 rows. How many trees will there be in each row? So we need to figure out, okay? There need to be the same number of trees in each row. So there's your picture, okay? Another way to figure this out, if you want to draw a different picture, you have 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, okay? There they are. And you've got 45 citrus trees altogether. Okay, citrus can be lemon trees or orange trees. And what you can do is you can share out the 45 in the 5 rows. Okay, so I'm going to take these dots away, otherwise I'll get confused. And you do a 1 for me, 1 for you. So, okay, so there's a tree in that row. Tree in that row, tree in that row, tree in that row, tree in that row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And you carry on until you get to 45, because that's how many altogether. And then you'll see how many go in each row. Okay, but that's the picture for the part whole. Then the last one, Luke. Hello, Luke. Luke bought 5 packets of apples. Each packet holds 10 apples. How many apples did Luke buy? So, let me rub this out again. Remember, you need to figure out, do you know the parts or do you know the whole? So, Luke buys 5 packets of apples. Each packet holds 10 apples. So, they want to know how many apples did Luke buy altogether. So the whole thing, we don't know yet. He bought 5 packets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packets. And each packet had 10 apples in it. So 10 like this. There we go. There's our picture. Okay, that's still a part whole picture, even though it doesn't look exactly like this. Okay, you can do that when you've got 2 parts, but if you've got more than 2 parts, it can look like that. Okay, so we need to figure out how many apples did Luke buy all together. I hope that makes a little bit more sense for you, and try your very best to do this part whole method, please.